Right, Void Warlock time, and I promise you, you're going to want this combo in your life. We are talking about the mighty Wavesplitter, and we're going to pair it up with the Cenotaph mask. This combo is absolutely insane for endgame content. We're going to do some serious damage and ad clearing capabilities, and on top of that, we're going to mark enemies and provide heavy ammo for your teammates and special ammo for yourself. And we're going to add the Wavesplitter in there, so we can cause some really nice suppression as well, which is obviously excellent for endgame content as well. And we're going to take full advantage of the suppression effects with Until the Breach. Defeating a Void debuff target creates a Void Breach while your Void subclass is equipped. And then we've got Protective Breach. Picking up that Void debuff is going to give us an overshield or refresh our existing overshield. And then Supernova, picking up a Void Bridge to knock our next Void attack, do weakening effects. Now these three artifact perks are a vicious little cycle. Until the Breach, defeating a Void target creates a Void Breach. Pick that up, we're going to get an overshield, and then our next attack from Supernova is going to weaken enemies, and that is then going to also proc a Void Breach. So it's a real vicious little cycle. And on top of that, because we need to kill Void debuff targets, the Wavesplitter has supercharged battery on there, and that suppresses, as well as everything else we've got going on the Void Warlock, Child of the Gods, weakening grenades and everything like that. So it's a really nice little combo. Weaken everything and create heavy for your teammates is crazy. Now Cenotaph mask, what this does, it steadily reloads a portion of your equipped trace rifles magazine from reserves, and whenever you damage a vehicle, boss or a champion, anything that's a yellow bar, you're going to drop heavy for your teammates if they get the assist. And not only that, it drops you special ammo as well. There's a couple of nice combos, Divinity, etc. But Wavesplitter really makes this one tick very nicely, because laser damage has 3 power levels to oscillate while the trigger is held down, so it does plenty of damage. And then as we focused on the supercharged battery, collecting an orb of power, grants a period of maximum power. It also reloads the magazine and suppresses targets. So that obviously works well with all the seasonal artifact mods. So look at this Overlord champion, it's Overlord trace rifles, he's marked up. Basically what that's telling us is our next kill via my teammates, if they get the kill, it's going to spawn them heavy ammo if they get the assisted kill. And every time you kill, their kill for you, you get a drop of a green ammo as well. So you never have to worry about running special ammo finders, you can just concentrate on heavy ammo finders. And it works against various different enemies in the game. Like we mentioned, vehicles, bosses, mages and champs. I found it's anything that's a yellow bar and it will work perfectly. So as you can imagine, the strength of this build for like future GMs, even like 1840 Nightfalls at the moment, Master Raids, normal raids, this combo is absolutely crazy. You are so helpful for your teammate, and let's not forget the actual Void 3.0 Warlock rework is absolutely insane. So you are going to be able to clear loads and loads of enemies as well with things like Child of the Gods, and the actual Wavesplitter itself, as we know already, is an absolute monster. Now another thing that I really like about this helmet is the actual tracking system. Like, that is actually pretty useful in certain situations. For example, situations like this, you might not know where your champion is. I can imagine like Glassway, things like that, marking an overload so you know where he is at all times. But the suppression effect from Wavesplitter, you'll see there, pick that orb up, proccing that supercharged battery, and just being able to stop things in the track. Suppression is really strong in the game, and I sometimes feel it is very underrated, but suppression is an absolute monster of a Void debuff. Like so, just stopped him dead in his tracks, that big yellow bar over there, and he's usually invisible, and that's that tracking system just literally kicking in, so you know where he is at all times, telling your teammates that's free heavy, basically. So that is the video. I'm going to go over my fragments and aspects and leave the build card playing out at the end, and I'll also leave a dim link in the video description. Right at the end of the video, I'll leave the build playing out, but Child of the Gods is a really strong one to use. This is just like another way to weaken enemies. We all know what this does by now. Feed the Void, Devour. I personally like to run this one. It is a really strong build with Devour, just free health regen. Suppressor Grenade is an obvious choice to pair with Echo of Domineering. So after you suppress a target, it's going to give you increased mobility, reload your weapon and create a Void Breach. That also works nicely with Wavesplitter. Echo of Instability, defeating targets with grenades, adds volatile to your Void weapons. Echo of Domineering, just another way to proc them Void Breaches. and Echo of Harvest, defeating a weakened target, which you're going to have weakened targets all over the place, creating an orb on that as well. So that's the build. This is the preview. Like I said, I will leave a dim link in the video description. I hope this was helpful. Have a great weekend.